There are three numbers on your journey to building wealth where everything shifts, not gradually, but dramatically. These aren't arbitrary round numbers, they're psychological and mathematical tipping points where the rules of the game fundamentally change. Most people think building wealth is a straight line. Save money, invest it, watch it grow. But anyone who's actually done it will tell you something different. The path has distinct phases, and the transition between them can feel almost surreal. Today, we're breaking down the three net worth milestones that genuinely transform your financial life, why they matter so much, and what changes when you reach each one. The first milestone is 100,000 euros, and it's by far the hardest. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's longtime business partner, once said getting to the first 100,000 is brutal, but you have to do it. He wasn't exaggerating. Here's why this number is so difficult. When you're starting from zero, you have almost no leverage. Your money isn't really working for you yet. Let's say you invest 10,000 euros and earn a solid 8% return. That's 800 euros in a year. Nice, but it's not changing your life. Your income from working still dwarfs anything your investments produce. At this stage, the only real lever you control is how much you save. Your savings rate matters more than your investment returns. Whether the market goes up 10% or 5% is almost irrelevant compared to whether you can save an extra 300 euros per month. This is also the phase where your habits form. You're building the discipline of paying yourself first. You're learning to live below your means. You're figuring out what you actually value versus what you've been conditioned to spend money on. These habits will carry you through every future milestone. The psychological weight of this phase is heavy. Progress feels painfully slow. You might save aggressively for 2 years and still feel like you're nowhere. Setbacks hit hard, an unexpected car repair or medical bill can wipe out months of progress. Many people quit during this phase because the reward seems so distant. But here's what makes 100,000 special. It's the point where compound interest starts to become visible. Once you cross this threshold, your money begins generating meaningful returns. 8% on 100,000 is 8,000 euros a year. That's real money. That's a month or two of expenses for many people, produced entirely by your past decisions. The first 100,000 takes most people 7 to 10 years. The second 100,000, often just 3 to 5. That acceleration is the reward for pushing through the hardest phase. The second milestone is 500,000 euros, and this is where something strange happens. At 500,000, your investment returns start competing with your salary. A conservative 5% return generates 25,000 euros annually. A good year at 8% produces 40,000. For many people, that's approaching what they earn from working full-time. This creates a profound psychological shift. You start to realize that time is now your most valuable asset, not money. Every hour you spend working for income is an hour you could spend doing something else because your wealth is increasingly self-sustaining. Your past self is now funding your present life. Career decisions change at this level. You might stay in your job, but the relationship transforms. You're no longer dependent. You have what's often called walk-away money. Bad boss, toxic environment, unreasonable demands, you can leave without financial panic. This security paradoxically often makes you better at your job. You take smarter risks, speak more honestly, and focus on meaningful work rather than political survival. Your relationship with spending also evolves. Small purchases become genuinely irrelevant, not in an irresponsible way, but the mental energy spent agonizing over a 50 euro decision simply vanishes. You buy quality instead of cheap. You value your time over minor savings. The calculus of every purchase shifts from "can I afford this?" to "is this worth my time and attention?" At 500,000, you also start thinking generationally. This money could fund a child's education. It could become a family legacy. It could support causes you believe in long after you're gone. The time horizon of your decisions extends beyond your own lifespan. The biggest risk at this stage is lifestyle inflation. You've worked hard, you've sacrificed, and now you can afford things you couldn't before. The temptation to upgrade everything is real. Bigger house, nicer car, expensive holidays, designer clothes. None of these are inherently wrong, but they can trap you at this level indefinitely. The gap between 500,000 and the next milestone requires continued discipline. Many people reach 500,000 and never progress further because their lifestyle expands to consume every euro of growth. The third milestone is 1,000,000 euros, and despite being a round number that gets thrown around constantly, it represents something genuinely transformative.
At a million, using the 4% rule as a rough guide, you can withdraw 40,000 euros annually with a high probability of never running out of money. For many people, that covers their essential expenses indefinitely. Work is now entirely optional. You could quit tomorrow and maintain your lifestyle forever. But here's what nobody tells you about reaching a million. The number itself starts to feel almost arbitrary. You spent years obsessing over net worth, tracking every euro, watching the counter climb toward this magical threshold. Then you cross it, and life continues. The sun rises the same way, you still have the same problems, the same relationships, the same fundamental self. There's no parade, no fireworks. What actually changes is more subtle, but more profound. Fear diminishes. Not fear of specific things, but that low-grade background anxiety about the future that most people carry without even noticing it. Will I be okay? Will my family be secure? What happens if I lose my job? These questions that haunted you for decades finally quiet down. Your definition of wealth also shifts dramatically. Money stops being the goal and becomes a tool. You think less about accumulation and more about deployment. How can this capital create value? What problems can it solve? What opportunities can it unlock for you and for the people you care about? At this level, your biggest enemy becomes complacency or purposelessness. Many people who reach financial independence discover they need meaningful work more than they realized. The goal was never to do nothing, it was to have the freedom to do anything. Without a clear sense of purpose, this freedom can feel empty. The most successful millionaires find new mountains to climb, new contributions to make. 1 million also reveals the diminishing returns of additional wealth. The difference between 0 and 1 million is life-changing. The difference between 1 million and 2 million is significant but less dramatic. Between 5 million and 10 million, mostly abstract numbers on a screen. This is why defining enough before you reach it matters so much. Without that definition, you risk spending your entire life chasing a moving target. Here's what these 3 milestones teach us. The journey to financial freedom isn't about reaching a number, it's about who you become along the way. Getting to 100,000 builds discipline and delayed gratification. It teaches you that small, consistent actions compound into massive results. Reaching 500,000 teaches you that security matters more than status, and that freedom is worth more than luxury. Crossing 1 million forces you to confront what you actually want from life when money is no longer the constraint. Each phase has its own challenges, its own temptations, and its own rewards. The person who rushes through them misses the growth. The person who savors them arrives not just wealthy, but wise. Wherever you are on this path, just starting out, somewhere in the middle, grinding through the hard years, or approaching the finish line, remember that the milestones are markers, not destinations. The real transformation happens between them, in the daily choices that seem insignificant, but compound into everything. If this helped you, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment telling me which milestone you're working toward. I'll see you in the next video.